what it do, Sports Well, and welcome to the Real Untouchable podcast with me, Ray Diggs, and I got a great segment for you all tonight. Is the night. Former former champion, Adrien the Problem Broner will face off against Blair the Flair Cobbs, in tonight's big Don King promotion fight in Miami. Okay, I'm going to give you all my prediction on what I think about this fight. It's not one of those fights that it's not one of those fights that I think that people is talking about for good reasons. It's always bad things. The things that Adrien Broner say is a lot of things that people say. I mean, a lot of people talking about about this fight. They're talking about this fight right here for all the wrong reasons because Adrien Broner say the things that he say. He talking about he got bodies and talking about all this other crazy stuff that he's talking about. But I think this right here is going to be a good fight. It depends on which Adrien Broner shows up. Adrien Broner comes into this fight right here with a record of 35-4-1. Blair Cobbs comes in this fight at 16-1-1. As you can see, Adrien Broner is the bigger name. He is the better fighter, even though these two fighters are on two different levels. Blair Cobbs is more like a D plus level fighter. Adrien Broner right now is probably like a C, a C plus fighter. A lot of people still going to pay to watch it because it's Adrien Broner. He's going to talk. The one thing I've had against Adrien Broner, the one thing I've had always said is that when Adrien Broner lets his hands go, he's very dangerous. But the problem is he don't let his hands go. He comes out there, he throws maybe 10 punches per round. Maybe. Yeah, maybe less than that. And I think that is the reason why a lot of people look at this fight and think that Blair Cobbs really have a chance to upset Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner is he looked really small yesterday when they was on the scale. He came in at 146 pounds, which I am very, very surprised. Blair Cobbs is a smaller fighter, but it's like he's got bigger arms. If that makes sense. It's like he has bigger arms. He came in at 145 pounds. So these right here, and I honestly think that Blair Cobbs have the power to possibly, I'm not going to say knock him, maybe stop him in the late rounds. But if Adrien Broner comes out here, and I've been seeing a lot of video, Conor Benn wants to fight Adrien Broner. He really wants to fight Adrien Broner. Conor Benn versus Adrien Broner, that would be a really, really big fight. So I'm going to tell y'all what's on the line tonight for Adrien Broner. I said the same thing last week or 2 weeks ago when Deontay Wilder was fighting. And I'm going to say the same thing about Broner. This right here is the fight that can really change Adrien Broner's life again. Because if he can win this fight right here, I definitely think that Conor Benn, the next fight for Adrien Broner will be Conor Benn. Whether they fight in Texas, New York, or even they fight in O2 at the O2 Arena, I honestly feel like if Adrien Broner wins tonight, he's gonna make his 500,000, 1 million, or whatever he's making. I don't count the man, but I think he'll make maybe 500,000, maybe. His next fight, Broner can possibly make $5 million. Like, honestly. Because like I said, I seen a video where Conor Benn, he was like, we made Adrien Broner an offer. The next offer is going to be even more. I think if Adrien Broner comes out here and he looked really good, I think he can resurge his career. I'm not saying he's gonna go out there and face Earl Spence or no big fighter like that, but Conor Benn is a really good fight. I do think Conor Benn will stop Adrien Broner. I will say that. But that's gonna be the payday that can get him back to where he needs to be. And a lot of people know I'm very critical of Adrien Broner. I criticize Adrien Broner probably more than, well, I'm not saying more than anybody, but the no-name podcasters, I probably criticize him more. And that's the reason why is because I saw Adrien Broner at his prime. I saw him, the talent the talent that he had if he worked on his craft. He had next. Adrien Broner had next. He was the next. He was billed as the next Floyd Mayweather. And when he lost that fight against Marcos Maidana, it's like everybody pretty much jumped off the bandwagon. And then after that performance against Manny Pacquiao, in the way he lost, and after the way he acted after the loss, I think a lot of people pretty much walked away from him after that. Then you lose against Sean Porter. Not saying that's a bad loss. It ain't no. Listen, everybody that Adrien Broner has lost to, it's not you. You don't have to be ashamed. He lost his first fight was Marcos Maidana. Then he lost against who else? He lost against Sean Porter, Manny Pacquiao, and Mikey Garcia. Those are his 4 losses. Nothing but world champions. So it ain't no shame losing to none of these fighters. But if he loses tonight, this could be the end of Adrien Broner as we see it. But I'm going to go against my better judgment. I think that he's focused. I hope the weight loss wasn't too much. I think Adrien Broner comes in and he wins the unanimous decision. Okay? I think that he's going to take everything Blair Cobbs has been saying about him. He's going to take it personally. And I expect for him to come out here tonight in Miami, Don King promotion. And I expect for him to win a unanimous decision. And I expect for him to resurge his career as much as he can with Tank Davis. Shout out to Tank for actually coming out there, getting the boy, man. Giving the phone call to him. Shout out to Tank, man. You got to applaud when somebody pulls you out the mud, when you was sinking. Tank, also, make sure y'all tune in. I will be talking about that all week next week. Tank Davis will be fighting next week in his showdown with Frank the Ghost Martin. That's going to be a hell of a fight, I think. But Adrien Broner this right here can be the fight that can make Adrien Broner, with this fight and the next fight, about $5 million. It's a lot you can do with $5 million. And I honestly feel if he gets the money, I don't think he make the bad decision that he made the last time. So Adrien Broner, I'm riding with you tonight. I think you win tonight. As long as you come out there and let your hands go. Now, if you come out and you do not let your hands go, I can see Blair Cobbs pulling the upset. But if Adrien Broner lets his hands go, Adrien Broner is he's really fast. I think that he can pretty much win a unanimous decision. I think he can, over 12 rounds, I think he can win this fight tonight and resurge his career and possibly get that Conor Benn fight. That Conor Benn fight is going to be the fight right there that actually put Adrien Broner back where he belongs, back where he's supposed to be. And I'm not saying it's going to put him back up there with the elite, with the Errol Spence, the Terrence Bud Crawford, with the Boot Enos. I'm not going to say it's going to put him right there, but I can say it will put him with the Conor Benn. Conor Benn, it ain't like he's a terrible fight. And if Adrien Broner, let's just say if he wins tonight and he somehow defeats Conor Benn, Adrien Broner, the doors are going to be open. Think about this, y'all. Adrien Broner not that old. He's only 34 years old. 33, 34 years old. So he's still young. And if he can win tonight, and if he beats Conor Benn, I think, my opinion, Adrien Broner can possibly get a title fight against somebody. I'm not saying one of the top champions, but somebody he can possibly fight for a vacant title at 147. Because I think Bud Crawford's pretty much I think he's done with 147. I also think that Boot Enos, I don't know if he's ever going to be undisputed at 147. I think he's going to get a couple belts at 147, but I don't know if he's going to be undisputed at 147. So tonight's really depends on how Adrien Broner comes out here and play and fight tonight. And yes, Blair Cobbs is a nobody. But Adrien Broner needs to put on a show tonight. For him to get the Conor Benn fight, if he get the Conor Benn fight, and like I said, and I said this right here earlier in the show, I think Conor Benn defeats Adrien Broner. That's my opinion. I think he beats him. But let's just say in some type of world, Adrien Broner wins the Conor Benn fight. If he wins tonight, wins the Conor Benn fight, Adrien Broner is back. And within those 3 fights, I think Adrien Broner can make possibly $10 million. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Because I think that next fight, and if I'm lying, this is what Conor Benn said in an interview, I think like a week ago. I've been wanting Adrien Broner. My team, I told them that my next fight, I want Adrien Broner. We sent him an offer. We sent him an offer, and we pretty much told him, like, we will offer you more. So the next offer is going to be more. So if he wins tonight, I expect for that fight right there to be made really, really quick. Him versus Conor Benn. And man, I'm talking about the build up to this fight is going to be crazy. With Adrien Broner, the way he act, and Conor Benn, like this right here is going to be, the build up is going to be crazy. Okay. But I do think that Adrien Broner have to take care of business. Tonight is a must win. And he said he's doing this right here for the hood. I think you do this right here for your family. Because if you win tonight, it opens up all the doors again for Adrien the Problem Broner. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Hey, man, thank y'all again for listening to another great segment of the Real Untouchable Podcast. And like I always end every show, make sure y'all be safe out there, man. Don't drink and drive. Don't do drugs. Don't do no stupid stuff. Until next time,